So watching the Jubilee National Delegates Conference, I mean, it was so underwhelming. It was so underwhelming. No agenda. It was just vitriol attacks. You could have just hosted a press conference somewhere and achieve the exact same thing. But this is falling out of groups of thugs. When they are falling out, there's always this uproar. There's always this manufactured, choreographed, scripted mock cockfight by people who are together. We don't know how they got together. We don't know how they fell apart. These guys know the business deals they were doing there, and then wakakosana. Suddenly it's our problem. Suddenly we have to be dragged through. Like now a whole day, there's idiots who stayed a whole day just watching those shenanigans, and then they are still going to wait another day and watch instead of hustling and doing something productive. But Jesus, this country is crazy. You guys are fucked up, because if you're listening to, you can spend a whole day listening to that low vibrational, Jesus. And I was looking at everyone, and you could tell this thing was sponsored by Uhuru. Number one, to champion for because he's being threatened that his benefits are going to be withheld if he continues meddling with politics. So that was number one. They were there to tell, show of force that maintain his maintain his perks, maintain his benefits. Number two, there's this whole thing which was instigated about raiding his farm. Me, I still believe that he's the one, and his family, they staged him. They staged that just like they staged Westgate and the airport burning. But that was used now. That was a conversation point by people there. And then we are being told, you as Mount Kenya people, why are you? Moi was never touched by his people. Where were? I told you people, when you're addressing Mount Kenya people, address Rigiji personally, don't address me. Did you see me in fucking Northlands? Did you see me there? Huh? So why do you have to address us as a community? Address the people you have an axe to grind with. Restrict your depravity. Direct it. Channel those energies there. Don't start. You're lecturing me. Do you pay my rent? Do you pay my food? Huh? Don't have the. You're lecturing us as who? You go there, you do your national delegates conference or whatever you want to talk about. And then now you say, let me speak in Kikuyu because I want to tell you. Are addressing who, Bwana? You do I eat from your plate? Mwachange ujinga nyinyi wazee. You are too old to be behaving like children. You old bastards. We are in this mess as a country because of problems which were started by you. And then they've been continued by the same people you groomed, and then now you're purporting that mumekosana. Rubbish. Save the drama for your baby mama. Mweti. Let me speak in Kikuyu. I want to address the people in Kikuyu. You're addressing who? Address your dependents. Address people who live off you. Don't have the habit of lecturing strangers as if we owe you anything. We don't owe you anything. Yeah, some of you are buffoons. There is nothing between your heads. Anyway, that whole thing was engineered just to safeguard, preserve. It was sponsored. Uhuru did a whole charade just to ensure that he gets his message through. And then it was so. And then I'm listening to the speakers. I'm listening to who? Somebody like Eugene Wamalwa. Oh, such pathetic anecdotes. Oh, all for one for all. I don't know what. And then it starts talking about Mandela. You're telling us about Mandela being a symbol of unity in South Africa. They don't give a rat's ass about him because he was a sellout. He sold out the black people to the Muzungus. So your reference points are even misplaced. They are misguided, just like your political agenda. Then I listen to who. Then Mother Karua comes there. Mother Karua, I think, is the one who killed the mojo, because I think Wajakoya, in the heat of the moment, he must have said something, just something very based on gender. And then Mother Karua came to, that energy just went, Bana. Mother Karua, do this next time when you want to lecture somebody who has made a slew, some rough comment on the snide comment. Just call him on the side, badaye. Don't lecture him in front of people, because now you took people from here in the manufactured energy, and then you just took them there, because everyone was like, okay, where has this come from? It's politics. Anyone can say anything. So I just watched that. There's something I want to address said by Gaucho. And Gaucho mentioned one community in reference to Aden Duale. And let me and then I was seeing the feedback and the backlash from a select people who, saying no, he's being let me tell you, with every regime there comes some people who are fattened, deliberately fattened, so that they can deflect attention from the main guys who are stealing money. So it depends on how you volunteer. Now, my advice, which I would give you, which is what we are doing now as people of Mount Kenya, is any time that Rigathi Gachagua, Moses Kuria, Dindi, Nyoro, Kimani Ichung'wah, anytime they speak, purporting to speak on our behalf, we have to constantly distance ourselves. So you people, you are not bound just because you are mentioned in that light. You're not bound. You have amongst you. You should be having people who are saying whatever our politicians are doing, whatever they are saying, does not represent us. But now, if every other time you're being forced, you're being compelled, you don't even know why you are defending the actions of your politicians. You think that they are sacred cows, they shouldn't be. No, 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 no. We are now recalibrating our politics. Nobody is beyond reach. No, everyone shall be exposed for what they say. If you speak publicly, then get ready for the feedback. Because I saw Pauline Njoroge had done a tweet about the appointees. This one has been appointed NIS, what. It's almost like a pattern. Then I saw somebody coming there and saying, no, we have also been. Why are you feeling compelled to defend your elites? Those guys, we know the game that is being played. We know, because right now I saw somebody from Kipkelion the other day. He was on TikTok, and then he said, I apologize, nilitupa watu kwa sababu ya kuambia wachague UDA and what. So this is what happens. They create the impression that the spoils that they are getting, the appointments that are reflective of the community. But I would want this presidency to rotate to every region if it was possible. But time is no. If we could have a presidential system like the one in Switzerland, where they don't elect a president, they elect MPs, and then MPs go and elect 7 members of the Federal Council, and each one will be serving 1 year as a president. If we had that, I wish you can have that presidency and understand that it doesn't help the people of their regions or their communities. They are the last people to be helped. I kid you not. So, but when they are there, when they are eating, when they are sharing the spoils, they purport, they masquerade that they are representing their communities. No, they are not. So when Rigiji and Moses Kuria, they are there, when they are selling, who is this? The chairman of Kenya Revenue Authority is called Anthony Mwaura. He's still in office, and the poisonous sugar that was taken there by 2 MPs and 1 CS, he was there, he's still in office, he hasn't been suspended, the MPs haven't been arrested, the minister hasn't been arrested, no, even the guy who they said was arrested at JKIA, it was a scam because he wasn't charged today. So it looks like this is a well orchestrated and coordinated script. So I would want you to have the presidency one day, and then so that you can stop saying, oh, this could be, yeah. Finally, I think Pauline Njoroge was appointed as a organizing secretary of Jubilee. I wish Pauline Njoroge, you will miss working for government of Kenya. At least there you had freedom, you had whatever, you had now now you're going to Jubilee. Jubilee is now kind of like part of the Kenyatta family criminal enterprise. You'll be, now you'll be going to file, or you will be going for meetings to meet Uhuru's brother and those fucking Muzungus who work for his companies. Anything above 100,000, they have to have like 10 meetings. Because thieves, they always think that everyone else is there to steal. They're always paranoid because they are thieves. They know how they got their money, but then they always see you, even though you are so genuine. Like now you're bringing them the energy. They will still view you with suspicion. The only people who are paid well in the Kenyatta family setup are Muzungus, Muindis, and those blacks. They went to school with Mohoho in St. Mary's. So me, I would advise Pauline, leave that sinking ship. You have a probability is higher for you to survive sinking in the Titanic than in Jubilee. Jubilee is a dead horse. Just leave those bastards.